Welcome to what could be the best TRCMA segment of all time.
I said of like any segment ever. My pants just ripped in half.
Garage cause.
Yeah.
And what's going to be pretty cool today is that if you are a big fan of TRC, but maybe you watched OG, then maybe you've seen a couple of these products in action. Maybe you haven't, but this is going to be, for the most part, kind of like a first preview here at the Rad Company YouTube channel of some of these products. And so we have this 997 GT3 behind us, right?
It was out in the snow. It's got a little dirt on it.
Yeah. People admit, so there was just like a catastrophic storm that happened.
It was snowing Dippin' Dots out there. It was crazy.
Not even an hour ago. And so we brought the GT3 in. So it is dirty. It's got pollen on it. It's got whatever the heck the trees were carrying. So this is in fact a dirty car. And so we're going to be going through and giving this a wash. We got a couple TRC products. We got a couple OG products. Yep. But what's cool is that we're going to actually be utilizing this studio space, this pressure washer setup, everything that's OG spec.
Yep.
And so it's kind of like a really cool mix of, you get a little bit of me, a little bit of you.
Yeah, well, we've been working together for years, and so this is the start of us. Like, we're going to bring some of the OG products, which I'll tell you the story. They're not really OG products. Just collaborations with other brands.
But there's something that you put time and effort into.
Correct. They're something that I don't think there is a better product that exists. Otherwise, I would buy that other product and sell that instead. And so we're going to bring this to the nation on Amazon.
Yep.
And you guys have extensive expertise. Getting this product and making it available to people everywhere. My big fear with Amazon was a race to zero, because I got to pay them a bunch of money. And so we're partnering together. You guys are going to teach me some stuff on how to bring products to market. Yep. And then we're also talking about having and maybe foreshadowing a little bit of a Bilt Hamber partnership with us in the future as well.
I think there's something there in the ether.
We've got something in the works that we're working on. We're not going to announce today, but we may have something coming for that.
But we are going to have some fun with some of this stuff, and so see some of this stuff in action, and so you kind of know what to expect, and then also just kind of give you guys my thoughts, right? So Matt's pretty open with talking about what he thinks of his products and how much he loves them, and so you'll get my thoughts as well, and I'll give you an honest opinion. We could probably talk all day, and before you know it, we're going to be at each other's throats, so I think we actually start working. So you tell me where we're starting.
So let's do a pre-wash. That's where touchless comes in.
Okay.
So I need 227 milliliters in a 1,000 milliliter solution.
Is this fine?
It's not fine, but it's what I got to work with here.
It may not be OG spec.
Here, you hold this. Okay. And I need to be able to see.
Okay.
Come on.
All right. Well, I thought you were.
Put it down.
Okay. So now we're
That's
at
too much. Too much.
We're at 250.
Okay. 227 is the amount we need to get a 2% panel impact ratio on in a 1,000 milliliter solution with a Krensler. There we go. Gold.
2% impact ratio. Where do you coming up with these numbers?
That's dilution. Impact ratio. PIR would be what dilution we end up with on the painted surface.
Okay.
It's easy to dilute, in a bottle and sprayer, but when you're using a foam cannon, water is siphoning through the foam cannon and then spraying on the surface. So it's grabbing some product, some water, putting it on the surface.
So we're using quite a bit of touchless then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, because we have a high flow pressure washer. If we had a lower flowing pressure washer, then we wouldn't need as much.
Okay.
So then we'll grab our foam cannon, which will have the remaining amount in water. Do this here.
So there we go. So
you're supposed to be my assistant. Come on.
I'm not you're my assistant.
Okay.
You're assistant. This is my show. You're just a person in it.
I thought this was my segment.
Okay. Well, it's some of your stuff. Okay. So I got water in here. I don't know how much I put in.
Just dump a little out.
It drains that way, man. This is a decent amount. That's a decent amount of touchless. So okay. All right. So that's in there.
This will do 2 cars.
Okay.
And
easily. So do you find that does touchless store well? If you were to wash the next day, do you find that you'll still get a good foam out of it?
Yes. Okay. If you really wanted to be, perfect with it, you could just put distilled water in here, or DI water if you wanted to let it sit. But I find we don't really care so much about the foam on this. It's not about foam. It's about getting the product on the surface, letting it react, and then falling off.
Okay. And so touchless is a
pre-wash.
But is a sugar-based, I believe, like technically.
I believe so.
Sugar-based.
Yeah. One of these days I'm going to get peed on the channel. It's like this is like. you know, I'm a nerd, but this is like next level chemistry. So this product we're going to put on the surface, we're going to let sit for 5 minutes, and I'm telling you, it's going to clean like 90% of this thing, depending on, is this coated, do you know? Feels like it.
I have, to be honest, I have no idea. That's a good question.
So the way, by the way, the way that we got this panel impact ratio is that you take your foam cannon, fill it with water, turn your pressure washer on, start filling a bucket, and then measure how much water is in there, and then we have a calculator. You only have to do that once. So even someone as lazy as you can do it one time, and then you'll know forever. And then I always just write it on the back of the bottle.
Right.
Here, this is your show, so you can do the work.
This is my show. Just click in.
What is this thing?
There you go.
What is this? What is this quick disconnect? Oh, that's okay. Yeah. You're trying to make something you don't know anything about. Yeah. Okay.
All right. So I'm just laying this on, right?
Yeah, just go.
That's it. Okay. Wheels too, right?
Yeah, do wheels and tires. It actually does really great on tires. This is not supposed to be a Bilt Hammer segment, but it's so good that.
Well, we're gonna jump into the OG products right after this.
Yeah.
This is just gonna be a good starting point.
So if I were to decon the car, I would do this first.
Okay.
Because we don't have time to do a whole wash, Anthony, I think we'll just skip the wheels, right? So we're just gonna let touchless do whatever it does to the wheels.
Yep, we're gonna let touchless. We can agitate them if you want to agitate them.
Yeah, that's it. You're good. You're wasting product.
But I'm trying to put on a good show for everybody. I think it's fun.
What I would do oftentimes, where I'm not going to do the wheels, I just agitate the tires. This actually does really well on tires. Just agitate this real quickly, but then the rest of the wheel I'll just leave alone. You know, and for us right now.
For us right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
If we were just doing a quick wash.
Okay.
Well, the problem with previous snow foams is they would strip.
Yeah.
They're just too aggressive. This is like freaking magic.
But you're still doing a 2-bucket wash method, though, right?
Oh yeah.
You still believe in that?
Oh yeah.
Told you need to change. It's time. Ditch it.
It's fine.
It's time.
I like the 2 buckets. They're pretty, red and blue.
Does it comfort you? Is that what happens?
Yeah.
You feel comforted?
It makes me happy.
All right. You know what?
There's something to be said about, you know, part of this is making you happy. I actually hate washing cars, but I'm addicted to the result, you know.
Yeah, okay, all
I
right.
especially hate washing a car with you because you just get me all wound up.
I don't get you all wound up. I like to think that I just ask good questions, and I'm a motivator. I'm kind of an enabler as well.
I think of it more of an irritant, you know, but what do I know?
Okay, anyway, so
we'll just set
I'm
this
just going to let that pass here on my show.
You know where this came from?
No.
You know what this is?
No.
And this is like, you know, this is...
I mean, I do know, but I want you to explain.
So this was Chemical Guy's Citrus Red.
Okay.
Back in the day. And so I was on the, like, I think it was the Renless forums when I got my first Porsche, and a guy's like, you need to try this for doing your decontamination, like before doing your iron removal and all of that. And right when I started to fall in love with it, they discontinued it. It's like the only good product they had, and they just stopped making it.
They did, so they discontinued that out of
just
everything else they had.
Yeah, they have 500 products and they discontinue their only good one, right?
Okay.
And so I contacted them when I started, the YouTube channel, and I said, look, can you like make me a batch of this? And so they made me a batch. And then they called me one day and said, we're just not going to make it anymore. Yeah. And so my friend Jim O'Balaam, he connected me with the original blender, who was the original Warner chemical blender.
I didn't know
and
that.
So the product is not acidic, it's basic, right? Okay. So it's a pH above 7.
Yeah.
I think it's only a pH of 8 or 9.
8 or 9, yeah.
But it's a, why would you call it citrus? It was a stupid name. And then why is it red? I don't like red, and so I made it purple. Purple because, you know, your iron removal turns purple. Yeah. You'll see this soap foams well. It's super slick because it is, you know, alkaline. And I still haven't found anything to replace it yet. So that's the story. All right, rinse. Jimmy, can we get a close-up here of the dirt? Let's see how it does. Right here, Anthony, right here. I like this. I'm the director.
Okay.
I do the work when you're at my house. You do the work when
All right, ready? Here we go. We're rinsing.
So right here. Obviously, the pressure washer is doing a lot of the work, but we're getting reasonably clean without having to touch anything. You're not doing a very good job here.
You're gonna mix.
Oh,
that
the
up.
other thing I like to do. Stop. Time out. I like to when people think I'm nuts on this, but when you're doing a snow foam pre-wash, wash bottom up. Does that make sense?
Reason?
Well, I feel like I want to spray the product off with dirt. And so if I wash from top down, by the time I get to the bottom, all the product's gone. That's my reasoning.
All right.
I think it's nonsense, but
I think it is nonsense. You know what? I'm going to do it for you, all right, buddy?
Yeah.
Here we go. Look at that. Actually, this is actually where somebody needs to see.
Yeah, very legit.
So you actually do need to see over here.
I mean,
so look at, so I just started going. So look at
see
the
that
door.
line?
Jimmy, is that picking it up? All right, here we go.
Yeah, this is definitely coated.
Pretty good.
We got to get you a dual Krenzel, Anthony. We got to go to duals in here, you know. We'd have been done rinsing already.
Well, you can talk to Jeff. Give him the sales pitch. You're here. Give him the sales pitch, and Gabe can plumb it in, and you know, and then we'll be putting out some serious water.
I don't know if I want Gabe plumbing anything.
I don't know. You don't want Gabe plumbing anything. Did you know that he flooded the studio a few weeks ago?
No, but I'd believe it.
Gabe's like, why are you bringing me into this? Gabriel, we love you. We know it wasn't 100% your fault. Oh, sorry. Okay, here we go.
Have you ever used this?
So I've never actually, no, to be honest.
You're a terrible friend.
Dude,
I have three products in the world, and you've not even tried any of them. It's unbelievable. And I'm buying everything you sell me.
No, I mean, here's the
crazy.
thing.
I'm way smarter than you, so you should be trusting my judgment.
Listen, I trust your judgment.
This is crazy.
You got 15 OG fanboys. One of them's holding a camera right here. He's spent more money with you than he has on his girlfriend, and so I think we need to stop. You know, the personal attacks are getting kind of crazy here. So I think we just need to enjoy the process. Jimmy, I shouldn't have brought you in. Gabriel, I'm so sorry. You guys didn't deserve that.
I always like to do the foaming first because I don't want my suds to die by the time I get to the bucket. So
okay, so can I throw these in according to your process?
Yep.
Can I do that for you?
Yep, here you go.
All right, and there we go. Are you sure you don't want to foam it?
Yep, I'm better at it, but we'll let you do it.
I'm about to leave is what I'm about to do. You guys are lucky I work here, you know, getting razzed this hard. Okay, here we go. So you want me to foam it from bottom to top, or am I good?
Oh, this doesn't matter, yeah. No.
All right, here we go.
Top to bottom.
Stuff goes on pretty thick. It's nice.
I can't vouch for your foam cannon here. Oh yeah, there you go. It's not scented. It's whatever the regular scent is.
Okay.
But it has a real smells clean to me.
Okay.
I'm proud of you are a good foamer though.
Thank you.
Nothing's worse than an Instagram foamer where they run around like crazy people and you just kind of wiggle it around. It's like you're painting the car, nice and smooth.
Okay. And then you're doing 2 buckets?
Yeah, I didn't even think about it. I was just
you didn't even think about it. This is just built in you.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So there's nothing in the rinse, right? We're good there?
Correct.
Okay. Call it good there.
That's it.
Hang that bad boy up.
And you go.
But I think it smells pretty good. I think that this stuff.
It's just that's just the natural scent, but just feel how freaking slick this is crazy. That's the slickest soap I've ever used.
Feels pretty good.
It's like almost makes me want to use it all the darn time. If GSF wasn't so good, I probably would.
Here we go. Let's
So
just get
one
this
of the
thing done.
one of the cool things about a pre-wash also. So again, I'm using this soap prior to, like, if I just kind of want to do a reset to my coating or prior to polishing.
Okay.
You know, is when I'm using this soap.
So this is.
But you can use it whenever you want with a coating. Back in the day, this would strip your wax and sealant off.
Okay. But that was a wax and sealant. Now we're at a.
This isn't even going to put a dent in the coating, but neither is anything else.
Okay. So you have but you've used obviously the Koch soap. So where would you align this as a Koch comparison for people that are already kind of
This would be like Active Foam.
Okay.
Because Active Foam is alkaline, right?
Yes, correct.
The what's the acidic one? Reactivation.
Yeah, reactivation shampoo. Yeah, correct.
The other neat thing, or nice thing, I should say, about doing a pre-wash is you could do bigger sections than you normally would, because you got a lot of the dirt off.
Yeah.
So you don't have to visit your bucket quite as much. So your one bucket method probably does make more sense. Yeah. I'm still not going to do it, but I'd consider it at least.
All right. So while I have you here, right?
Yeah.
What's the new and exciting thing other than us hanging out and doing this?
Yeah.
And then obviously, getting some of these products onto Amazon. What's the next big thing for OG? I'm going to give you a couple minutes just to drop some knowledge here, drop some behind the scenes stuff.
I'm going to build a design studio where we start installing.
Okay.
And so, detailing is one component of the, of my obsession.
Yep.
Detailing goes in the garage, the car goes in the garage, the tools go in the garage. And so we're going to build garages locally where I am. And so I'm building a 12,000 square foot full, like state-of-the-art obsessed garage design studio. Basically build this garage we have here and build it in a public retail space.
Yep.
And then have people come in there and blow their minds and then have them buy all the stuff.
Okay.
So that's going to be a big one.
And then you're doing probably a couple cars, right? You just got a couple new cars?
I'm doing a giveaway of 2 Amiras. So what happened is Mike F. had one on order. I had one on order. And so we put our deposits on the same day. Okay. And so we put $5,000 on deposit, and my pants just ripped in half. You see that? Look at this. It just split right down the middle.
Because they were too tight, man.
They're not too tight.
They were telling you in the comments they're too tight.
I thought I felt something ripping. Look at this.
Yeah, no, I'm seeing it.
Dang it, these are my favorite pants.
You tell me those pants are suspiciously tight.
These pants?
Yeah.
No. They don't sell them on the site. They only had them in the store. Everybody's always asking me. I love these. They're my favorite pants. Shoot.
That's what happens. That's just what happens, right?
Man, it feels arid down here. I don't know what's going on.
I don't think you're in your 20s anymore, so you just got to remember that, right? You got to go stretch.
These pants are not tight.
Tight.
God, no. So anyway, I was saying that Mike got his GT3.
Yeah.
And so they wouldn't give him his money back. And so then I said, well, shoot, let's do a giveaway. I'll buy both of them. It seemed like a good idea at the time. And so now I got 2 Amiras, one in white, one in red. The giveaway is going to start May 15th. I'm going to modify them, detail them, do all the stuff we do.
Yep.
And then the winner's going to get to pick the color.
Yeah.
I can't believe I ripped these pants.
You can't.
These are not replaceable.
Are
those OG spec?
Apparently not OG spec anymore. Oh. Look at this. It's like a full-on. So suspend disbelief here. So this was decon. We're not polishing. We just wanted to show the decon soap. So we're going to rinse it off. And we're going to dry the car, and we're going to show you drying aid.
That soap is so slick, I could barely grab this thing.
I know.
Literally.
I'm telling you, it's pretty gnarly.
So Matt, while I'm doing this, can you explain what our pressure washer setup is? Because we get that question all the time.
Yep.
You can just explain it faster than I can.
Yeah, so it's called the K1322TS. It's a pressure washer that I had Krenzel make 6-7 years ago, 5 years ago now, that is tuned for washing cars. So it emphasizes flow over pressure. So we're getting right around 2 gallons per minute in flow at 1,000 PSI. What I'm looking for, I'm looking to be able to take my hand, hold it, say, 10 inches from the surface of the tip and not have it hurt my hand. If it doesn't hurt my hand, it's probably not going to hurt the paint. The pressure washer is like $1,200. I think it's $11.22 on my website, something like that. And then we have a Mosmatic boom pole. So we ran a line, so we ran a flex line, like a regular pressure washer hose, from the pressure washer to a valve. And so the valve then gives us the option to use either the hose reel, so we have the 100-foot hose, or the boom pole. And that's a Mosmatic boom pole, which has the most amazing bearings ever. The Mosmatic boom pole, and then the way, if you're ever gonna do a boom pole, the way to size your hose is to go from the end of the boom to the floor plus 3 feet. So we have a proper size hose. So you'll notice the hose never smacked the car. Yeah. It's just the right length. You know, you guys had a boom pole. You had a boom pole up there before, and you're like, man, this sucks because the hose is too long, and it was you're always trying to. That's why you guys wanted the hose reel, because you thought the boom pole was terrible. Yeah. But if you size the hose properly, that connects to a Mosmatic gun and the OG spec Mosmatic gun and wand. And then anytime, this is where people make a mistake on the pressure washer, you need to make sure you're sizing on your foam cannons that the orifice is proper. So these have a 1.25 millimeter orifice, and that the orifice on the exit of your gun is proper. Yeah. You know, a lot of pressure washers get a bad rap of having bad performance or bad longevity because people are just buying whatever gun and wand from whatever website. Even there's a lot of retailers out there that are selling pressure washers with the wrong orifice, and you're blowing up your pressure washer because your motor isn't designed for the the size that people are using.
Especially with foam cannons, right?
Yep. So another thing that that I would recommend you do, especially on a steel brake car, is Atomac. And I'm an idiot. I didn't read the directions because I never do. I was using it straight up. But this bottle here will last you the rest of your darn life. We're going to make a 5% dilution with a IK that Gabe just brought me here. It's not critical that you get it exactly correct.
There. Yep, you're there.
I'm not there.
I think you're there.
I'm not there.
Yep, you're overdoing. That's it. You did too much now.
Nope.
You're at 100.
Oh yeah, you're right. Okay, all right. I didn't realize that.
So you know, these are the sprayers that I know. You have your own sprayers that you know. I know these sprayers like the back of my hand.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm actually Gabriel.
You stick with me, and I'll take you to the promised land, there, little buddy.
Stick with me, and I'll take you there.
I might split my pants in half, but again, people get all bent on, this doesn't work perfectly. Well, it's, rust is kind of a hard thing to deal with here. We're just looking to help. You can use this underside of the car too.
That's why I'm trying to get, I think it needs more purpose than this. This is, to me, is a hard sell. But if it's something like
well, you're lazy, but for us non-lazy people,
it's not that I'm not. I mean, who has time to do this? You do. You have all the
time.
It
took 12 seconds. If I didn't have a broken sprayer.
Well, you were talking, so it took up 5 minutes. We're on a time. We have an hour on this.
All right, let's dry it off.
Okay. Let's go. We are jumping straight in with OG drying aid. Right? No.
I'm going to blow it off first. I didn't tell you to get that.
We ego blower us.
Somebody go. We're the talent here. We don't go and get stuff. I'm just kidding. That's how Anthony acts, not me.
Are you kidding me?
I do all my own work.
Are you kidding
I don't have you guys can't see behind the camera. There's 45 people here to get him on camera. For me, it's just me. Here we go. All right, you're up, Anthony. Let's go.
Okay, now it's me. I'm doing all the work here. I don't have any hearing protection, so I'm going to keep it low.
Yeah. This could take a while. He's not doing a very good job with it.
Am I good enough for you?
It's pretty terrible.
Are you kidding me?
You are a microfiber guy, so you have confidence in your towel.
I gotta sell towels somehow, man. So this is fine. This is good.
It's terrible.
Because I like to do one more blow dry after I'm done.
I mean, there's still water sitting on the.
I told you could do this if you wanted to.
I should have done it. It would have been better.
All right. That's good enough. All right, here we go. Next up.
All right, so this is.
Am I on my own with towels? You couldn't have done that for me?
So this is B&B Slipstream.
Okay.
With the scent and color taken out. B&B, I don't think they sell Slipstream direct. They only sell it through, it's just one of their house recipe things.
Yeah.
It's the most amazing thing ever. I keep trying all these different products. And it's the best one.
It's pretty good.
It's real good.
It's pretty good.
So it has the same kind of look and feel that Bead Maker gives us.
Yeah.
That kind of gloss and depth that you get. but without any of the, I never had a problem with static or whatever the people say that it
Dust,
created
yeah.
dusting. But you don't need to use as much product. It's a little bit more forgiving. It tends to flash and wipe off a little easier. I mean, to me, that's what I want. I just want something to help add a little bit of lubrication, add a little bit of extra sacrificial layer to the surface. I want it to look good.
What we're kind of been finding, so obviously, yes, this is one thing I have been testing out, right? I've used a couple times. Oh, you got Tolko on there. What can you do? So
it just needs a prime.
With drying aid, I'm finding that it doesn't seem like it's clogging up the towels as much. Have you found that your towels have gotten clogged?
Zero, yeah.
So
but I'm using Rags to Riches.
Correct, yeah. But I'm saying just in general, though.
We're struggling
Are
here
we
today.
having that bad of luck with sprayers here?
What the heck is going on here?
What the heck? So I'm just saying in general, in all the times of using drying aid and then washing that batch of towels, I have not had any clogging issues, and that's been a nice.
Part of it is we're not using as much either, you know. So with bead maker, you've really gotta go after it.
Get that whole roof. There we go. Okay. So your process, you like taking FTW first?
No.
Okay.
Bulk, do
bulk first. Okay.
Yep. Gauntlet first.
Clean it up.
And most of the time, you don't even need the FTW. It's more for just perfecting,
And then you follow back up with this.
Yeah, man.
And this is
This
the
paint
matty.
does look pretty good.
Right, it's pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there's a couple small things here and there, but
a couple big,
So right now we're using the gauntlet. So this is going to be the 16 by 24 gauntlet is what I have in my hand. But this is the size you like, right?
Yeah, this is Maddie's spec right here.
So 16 by 24 gauntlet. So 70-30 blend.
Yep.
This is going to be made in Korea. This is just kind of that ideal GSM, about 900 GSM. And so it's basically we call it a hybrid weave, where it's kind of a flared twist loop, right? So basically, what they do is
shaved twist loop, isn't it?
Yeah, correct. Like it's kind of a, I don't want to call it brushing, but they do a process where they flare it out. So following that, we have the FTW, which is going to be a tight nap twist loop, and this is going to be that lower pile twist that kind of people look for when it comes to that flip of a towel that's going to have, that lower surface tension. It's going to feel really, really good when drying, and you're going to get that best feedback for the slickness. And so
I love it.
I think that's why you probably like this so much, because it gives you that direct feedback.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it holds a darn gallon of water in it,
Yeah. You know what? I never thought we'd be doing this at TRCMA. And again, truthfully, I can't believe that you came out here. So,
well, I was supposed to. Jeff was
you.
supposed to fly me on a private jet. That was the only way I was coming. But instead, I got on the budget train. It took me like 12 hours to get here yesterday.
Well, yeah, because there's been cutbacks, okay? So we're doing what we can. And, hopefully it was all right. So
it was terrible.
All right.
I almost turned around and went home.
Did you?
In fact,
really?
After splitting my pants in half, I'm wishing I had stayed home. Can we get a shot, Jimmy?
No.
Look, it's in there deep. It's deep. It's deep. Shoot. I can't believe it split all the way around to here. Oh my gosh.
All right, so
I was talking about how great these pants were.
I'm going to blow this off one more time.
That's terrible. Why would you do that?
Because it's done. This is how you do it.
I don't like it. I got to sit on a chair here to hide the holes in my pants.
Again, this is like...
If I wasn't live, I would have gone and done a wardrobe change.
Yeah, so the reason why I like going back over it one more time with a blower after using the drying aid is because we've changed the surface tension, right? We've actually made the surface slicker. So at this point, that water is going to ski off that much faster and clean up that much easier. And then that way we don't have that issue where we have water sitting in badges, water sitting in cracks or anything like that, and then eventually dribbling down and then,
See, I would just take a little bit more time in the initial dry off. But same thing, you get the same result.
Yeah, but
I get a little better result, but same idea.
The same way you are with a 2-bucket, there's no changing me that I won't go back over it a second time. What are you doing with the razor blade?
We can't live life like this, buddy.
Are you denibbing the tires?
Well, if we're gonna put tire dressing on,
are you freaking kidding me? We don't have enough. Matt, we have like 5 minutes left.
That's it?
Yeah, this is not your. We can't do this.
This is worth it. Give me extra time.
Is that a Rolex that you're wearing?
I flew all the way here.
A Rolex while denibbing the tires. That's how you know this is good, right?
Let me put the tire dressing
put
on.
the
Give
tire
me
dressing
the brush.
Here's your brush.
Okay.
Show us how it's done.
Little spritzeroo on here like this.
Okay.
And then I like to hold the bristles.
Okay. Get them nice and
Kinda
tight.
do it, yep.
That stuff smells so freaking good.
So what I would do is to put it on heavy like that, let it sit. I don't like that look, it's too shiny.
Okay.
But then I'd let it sit, let it set up, and then I would go and you
down.
could do it right now and just knock it down, you know.
Okay.
I don't want to buff it off completely, but obviously any decent tire dressing doesn't sling. That's a thing in the 80s and 90s.
That's it. We're dealing with that less and less.
Yep.
So
That's
that
it.
looks good. Okay, guys, this has been a ton of fun, Matt. As much as it's fun as it is razzing each other, we appreciate you being here.
Oh, thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here.
It's a ton of fun.
I'm here for the whole week. Go to Obsessed Garage,
You're gonna be
YouTube.
behind
I'm
the
gonna be,
scenes.
yeah, I'm gonna do all the behind the scenes stuff. So I'm done on camera here, unless you come up with some other crazy thing to make me look stupid, like splitting my pants in half.
We'll see. So no, again, this has been a ton of fun. We have some great segments coming up, and so coming soon. We'll just leave it at that. TRC, OG, a lot of this great stuff you see here. It's just going to get bigger and better, and we're super pumped on that. So thank you guys so much for watching and tuning in. And Dane, I believe it's time to pass it off to you.
Thanks, Anthony. Appreciate you guys' presentation. And if you watching right now want to see the full uncut version of this live stream, you can find it right on the screen in about 3, 2, 1. There it is. Awesome. So check out that playlist. You can find all of TRCMA presentations right on that list. And if you haven't already hit like on this video, please do so. Helps us in the algorithm. And if you're not subscribed already, please do that as well. That's all of us here at TRC. We thank you for watching, and we will catch you on the next one.